Got some breaking news north of the border. Canada's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau moments ago says he will resign today.
I intend to resign as party leader, as Prime Minister, after the party selects its next leader through a robust, nationwide, competitive process.
Everything woke turns
go home to mommy.
Turns
Go home to mommy.
turns
Go home to mommy.
everything woke turns
Go home to mommy.
turns
Go home to mommy.
turns
Go home to mommy.
What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering, and a little international news, but also Trump-related. And, I know that not everybody that watches my channel is here in America, so I wanted to give a little love to America's hat. Canada, it sounds like perhaps you will be liberated today due to, well, Donald Trump, the Donald Trump effect. Justin Trudeau now poised to quit his job, and it's being reported that it's over the Trump row. Now, I don't know. I suspect maybe there are some other scandals coming, but shout out Canada. You're about to get a little bit more America, and I'm happy for you. Justin Trudeau poised now to quit. The Prime Minister's exit adds to uncertainty as Canada braces for Donald Trump's return. Justin Trudeau is poised to resign as a leader of Canada's Liberal Party, and a move that adds confusion to chaos in Ottawa. This is absolutely incredible. The Donald Trump effect. We're winning so much in America, it's spilling over to Canada. We're going to get into this full story after a super quick word from Private Internet Access. Shout out to this video's sponsor, Private Internet Access. Look, if you aren't using a VPN yet, you're completely missing out, and Private Internet Access is the one I use on all of my devices. If you've been following the news, you see that censorship, websites, apps are getting shut down in certain countries, all sorts of craziness. Well, a VPN helps you never have to worry about that. Private Internet Access also protects you from the prying eyes of hackers, internet service providers, and others that can view your personal data. Perhaps also just as importantly, Private Internet Access allows you to access region-restricted content from all over the world. Streaming services like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and more have different library options based on where you're located, and some shows simply cannot be accessed if you're not in the target location. Happens to me all the time. Many sports events also have regional blackouts. Well, VPNs can be a convenient way to make sure you're getting the content that you're paying for. Private Internet Access also allows you to protect an unlimited amount of devices all at the same time, so your entire household with a single subscription. And I've been working with Private Internet Access so long that I have an absolutely massive discount available to my viewers. Link in the description below. Get Private Internet Access today using my link. Save huge, protect your computers, access all the content that you've been paying for, and ensure that your internet is never censored. The three-term Prime Minister arrived home from a Christmas ski holiday where he was getting ruthlessly mocked, by the way, to an open revolt in his caucus unleashed by the sudden resignation of Deputy Prime Minister Chrystia Freeland on December 16th. The Prime Minister will announce the news at 10:45 a.m. Monday outside his official home at Rideau Cottage. It's expected that he will remain in office until a new Liberal leader is chosen. The resignation marks a dismal finale for the political career that once saw Trudeau as a global celebrity, nearly akin to former President Barack Obama. You know what's funny about both of them? They both sucked. Look, I liked Obama that first term. I have famously admitted, and I know I'm sorry, guys, that I voted for Obama in his first term. He was a rock star. And then started the drone strikes. So it was pretty quickly after that I realized he was not who he said he was. Same thing with Trudeau. People probably liked him. He's good looking, charismatic, except he was actually a terrible leader. Better boy band. Not like the leader of a boy band, but like that obscure fourth or fifth guy in the boy band that's 10 years older than everyone else. Trudeau's announcement unleashes a fury of domestic uncertainties amid growing anxiety about Donald Trump's return to the White House. The president-elect has said that his day one to-do list includes slapping Canada with 25% tariffs. So rather than negotiate that, he's just quitting? I don't know. Finance Minister Dominic LeBlanc and Foreign Minister Melanie Joly traveled to Florida on December 27th to meet with Commerce Secretary nominee Howard Lutnick and Interior Department nominee Doug Burgum. Shout out Burgum's eyebrows. They follow up to the late November dinner between the Prime Minister and Trump at Mar-a-Lago. While the news ends speculation about Trudeau's status after a year of churning discontent and cratering opinion polls, debate is open on whether, like President Joe Biden, he is hobbled by his party by botching his exit. Canadians will go to the polls, Pokemon go to the polls, in 2025 in a federal election that could come whenever opposition parties move to topple Liberal minority government once Parliament returns. Trudeau has led his party for 11 years, launching it from third-party status to the majority government in 2015. Who will replace him and when? Top a list of unknowns include existential questions about the party's future status. The liberal constitution will determine the party's next steps and the next prime minister. I mean, this is incredible for Canada. I'm so happy for you, my Canadian viewers, and quite frankly for America. Because I think it's good to have a strong, partner in, Canada. And, I welcome that. This is a guy, some of his controversies include, obviously, his many blackface photographs. The fact that he visited India all the way back to 2018, it was very wild. Of course, his, holiday visits to resorts owned by rich friends, his Bohemian Rhapsody, singing before the Queen's funeral, obviously Elbowgate, but most famously it was the blackface. Even CNN, Canadian PM Justin Trudeau will resign as party leader, source says. Hey, I'm all for joining Canada into America and creating an excellent maple syrup and Second Amendment combination. I don't think that's actually going to happen, but it would be funny. It would be funny. I suspect Canadians are probably like, yo, we want to stay Canadian. I respect that. If it was like, hey, America should join Canada, I'd be like, why? So I obviously understand why people would feel that way. But I do think it's funny how many Canadians are like, yes, please, Papa Trump. Please. I wonder if I could find this clip real quick where people Canadians are they're scared of Trump tariffs. Yeah, here's the tariff video.
One, I only care about Canada. I want to put our country first.
Based.
Two, America is responsible for over 60% of our trade. We trade more with the U.S. than we do with the rest of the world combined. I will do what is necessary to preserve and protect that relationship above all others. What we really need is an action plan with tangibles. So bottom line, Trudeau's got to axe the carbon tax.
Yep.
He's got to lift the production cap on Canadian energy.
Yep.
He's got to rebuild our military and secure our borders. That is a real...
Wow, he sounds like a mega extremist. It's funny how, taking care of your countrymen and women first is supposedly a bad thing. It's like they tried to hamstring Trump saying that he doesn't like black people, for example. Well, black people are Americans too. And when they win, everyone wins. I don't want America to just be great for white people. I want America to be great for Americans. Now, we have enough Americans, so we can stop importing them, thank you. And we can close the border down, thank you. Okay. But the people that are here right now are Americans, as far as I'm concerned. I'm not going to nitpick it. Obviously, DEI needs to go. We need to have actual legal teeth around the ability for people to sue over discrimination, in particular against white males. That's undeniable. But overall, if you're in America, you're an American right now. I'm giving you American amnesty, unless you're an illegal and you got to go home. Okay, if you're an illegal, you got to go. But this one is wild. Pressure is growing on Canada's leader from within the Liberal Party over his handling of U.S. President-elect Donald Trump's proposed trade tariffs. He got cucked so bad by Donald Trump, he's resigning. That's what it is. I mean, he's openly getting mocked. He's getting called, Governor Trudeau, all this insanity. And that's why he's gone. Trudeau to resign as leader, but remain as prime minister until a successor is chosen. So this is literally the Joe Biden plan. They're installing their version of Kamala Harris, and she will take over while Justin Trudeau disappears. Trudeau is deeply unpopular and trailing badly in the polls. He was under enormous pressure to step down before this year's election. 538 analyst Nathaniel Rockish wrote on X, I mean, after 10 years at the country's helm, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau resigns basically after getting dunked on by Trump. And I don't take any joy in that. I've got nothing against Canadians. I love Canadians. I know almost 15% of my viewership is in Canada. And I want the best for you. And what I want is the de-UKing of Canada. Because it started in the UK, then it crossed the ocean into Canada, and then it was trickling down into the United States. The United States says, no, we don't want any of this woke crap. Get out of here. Trump wins popular vote. Now we're pushing it back up to Canada, and Canada's pushing it out. And now hopefully that will cross the ocean and it will get pushed out of the UK too. I guess the rest remains to be seen. But shout out Canada. Today is your beginning of your Independence Day. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. Don't forget to get private internet access if you haven't yet. We'll talk to you again real soon.